2, 3.
Something's wrong. 2 weeks ago, I went to the salon and I sat in the chair and the lady was super nice. And I had my mask on, but she was looking at me and she was like, "How old are you? You're like 12, right?" No, you're just off like by an entire Friends series. But I'm just like, what a fluke, that lady was way off. But then I take my adoptive siblings to school, all in elementary school. But while I'm taking them up to the gate, the guy on the crosswalk is like, "Have a great day at school, to me." Oh my God, I'm just now realizing that's not good. I didn't even have a backpack. And then last week, me and my mom go to a new doctor. She's talking to him and I'm sitting there on my phone. He's looking at me, he's like, "Oh, it's so great to meet your daughter. What is she in, like 7th grade?" I graduate in May with my bachelor's. You guys, please let me know if I'm at fault here or if my teacher is at fault. Because looking back, I don't know how to feel. Okay, when I was in middle school, we had this class called technology, but it was technology mixed with workshop. So we were designing things on computers, but we were also building birdhouses and race cars. Now, all of us in the room were 12 and 13 years old. And the safety measures we were given was sanitized goggles and I believe aprons. We were working with jigsaws, regular saws, lasers, hammers, nails, power saw, all of it. And it's impossible for my teacher to be looking at all of us at once. So she would teach us how to use everything carefully. The job was simple. Grab a piece of wood, do your measurements, and then use the jigsaw to cut out your piece. And be careful. Everybody's working on different things. I was using the jigsaw. I was done using it. A kid comes up to me and asks me for help on his. He goes, "Hey, can you please help me?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I show him how to use it, show him exactly how I did mine, and then I go back to my table. After a couple of minutes, my teacher starts shouting, saying, "No, no, no, don't touch that." I turn around and the kid is pointing at me and the teacher runs up to me and starts scolding me in front of the entire class, saying, "How dare you leave?" Please let me know if I'm at fault here or if my teacher's at fault here. Part 2. The kid points at me and my teacher runs up and starts scolding me in front of the entire class. She starts saying, "How dare you leave him by himself?" And I'm so confused. She points at him and she's like, "He can't be left alone. You have to watch him. How can you leave him alone?" Again, super confused. Because this kid is bigger than me, taller than me, the same age as me. It didn't click for me at the time why I needed to watch this kid who I didn't know at all and who was just like a regular kid just like me. So I just kind of stood there with my mouth open like, I didn't know that I needed to. The teacher says, "He doesn't know what he's doing. You can't just leave him by himself." Looking back and remembering a few things about that kid, it's possible that he was part of the autism community. Again, this was never told to me. This is just me looking back and thinking it through. He probably did need more help. As a 12-year-old, I didn't know that, nor did I understand or comprehend that. I understand my teacher's frustration to a point, but I also see that it's not my responsibility to have to watch another student. It's 4th of July! And with that, I thought I'd tell you guys the story of how I discovered something about myself. That I look Latina? This is kind of weird. So many 4th of Julys ago, I was at my high school at this Freedom Festival thing. They were doing a fireworks show. And I went to go get myself like a soda or something from a concession stand. I might have been like 10 at this time. On my way back to my parents, I was stopped. Someone from the staff from a different concession stand shouted at me, "Hey, you speak Spanish, right?" And I was like, yeah, I do. She's like, "Great, can you come over here and translate for us?" There was a man apparently, and he was trying to like order something from the menu and couldn't do it. So they asked for my help. They didn't know who I was, I didn't know who they were, and I went and assisted. It was in this moment that I realized you can tell what language someone speaks by just looking at them. Guys, I promise I'm not making this up. I just had no idea you could do that. I don't know if this just like, if everyone just knows this, but that happened to me. And I remember the moment I realized that. I was like, how on earth did she know that I spoke Spanish?